Hey guys, my name is JAde and welcome to another episode of the Dawless Diaries. Yes, that's what we're calling this vlog series now. If you don't know who I am, I make videos about synthesizers and music production, but I also make videos about being an artist and like the struggles of being an artist and how I deal with certain things and situations that are common to a lot of us. So, maybe you'll get something from this video. So today I wanted to talk about how in reality, knowing that you're an artist, it sets you apart. You're already ahead of the game in life. I don't know what's going on with my hair, but it's wet and it looks wild. So I made a video about a year ago where I was talking about mental health and just stress and wanting to be an artist and not being able to be an artist because, life. I worked from 9 to 5 in a regular job like most people. And I also have my YouTube channel on the side that I've slowly been working on for about 5, almost 6 years now. And when I first started my YouTube channel, it was just a way to share my music with the world. I actually had a Facebook group that I created called Dawless Jamming. That's actually where it all started, on Facebook, ironically. But I would make my jams on YouTube and I would post them there, and that was kind of a way to share my jams with already that synthesizer community that existed there. So if you haven't seen that video, I basically talked about how I wish that I hadn't paid so much attention to people's thoughts about being an artist and being able to make a living off of my art and off of music. Whenever you tell people that, oh hey, I want to be an artist, sometimes the responses aren't the best, especially from your loved ones, because they want you to have a job that can sustain you. So I have a 4-year degree that I'm not passionate about, and it's not that I don't like it, but I'm an artist. I know I'm an artist at heart. While I'm doing everything else, while I'm working on anything else, the only thing that I can think about is art and how I can pursue this dream that I have of being an artist. And that video got a lot of comments from people saying, hey, I'm going through the same exact thing. I'm in the same exact situation. Maybe not exactly, but maybe they're not YouTubers, but they're artists, they're musicians. And you're in a job you don't like. You put your dream aside to pursue something that's gonna give you financial freedom. But in your heart, you know that there's nothing else that you would rather be doing than creating. And what makes us different from other humans, because we're androids. What makes us different from other humans that don't pursue such a passion to a certain degree is that they don't understand. They don't understand what an artist is. Being an artist is only art. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. It's very hard for a person that doesn't pursue an art to such an extent or anything with such a passion to understand what it really means to create for us. So in that sense, we're kind of ahead in the game because people all over are still trying to figure out throughout their whole life. Sometimes people don't even find out what it is that they want to do with their life and they're 80 years old, So we're already ahead of the game in that sense. You already know what you want to do. A lot of people are stuck in a miserable job in the same situation as you, and they're still trying to figure out what it is that they want to do with their life. So you're already ahead of the game because you already know. So now it's, what are you gonna do to make that happen? What are the steps that you need to take to get out of that crappy job that you're in and be in a situation where you can do what you love for a living? That doesn't mean becoming rich and famous. That's something that you have to get in your mind. Hey, at the end of the day, you just need to pay your bills. So how can you pay your bills with something that you love? Are you gonna sell beats? Are you an artist? Are you gonna sell digital art? Now with NFTs, things are gonna be a lot different. So it really is the time to be alive to be an artist. Anyone with a degree in media or production or Photoshop or anything, that's actually useful now. If you would have told me 7 years ago that a degree in music or in art was actually gonna be useful, I wouldn't have believed you, because it's what did you do back then? Times are so different now and things keep evolving faster and faster. So the sooner you can get to master a specific craft that somebody needs, you will be more useful in whatever field that it is that you're looking for. Master whatever skill that it is that you're trying to pursue. For example, these YouTube videos, I'm just a musician trying to make these videos, but slowly after making 300 something videos, of course it's gonna get better. Of course I have my audio better now. You know what I'm saying? You just have to start, you have to put your music out there, put your art out there. Don't expect anything from it. Don't expect a financial gain from it, because there will be no financial gain for a long time. And even now, it's very small for me at least. I'm still a very tiny YouTuber, but that doesn't matter to me because I'm doing something that I enjoy. So if you love your job, you don't work a day in your life, right? And that's kind of where you have to want to get to, because there's a lot of people that are miserable in their jobs and they're still trying to figure out their life purpose. You as an artist, you already know your life purpose, to create art. And it doesn't mean that that's your only purpose in life, to be an artist and I'm never gonna have a family and I'm just gonna focus on this thing that I want to do because I'm an artist. No, you can't be selfish about it, but you have to be honest with yourself. What are you gonna do to get to where you want to be? And know this, Nothing is handed to you. Like, nobody's gonna be like, oh, hey, here's this job. Oh, hey, here, take some money. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to chase what you want. You have to knock for opportunities. Nobody's gonna be like, hey, here, you want this awesome opportunity? Now, that's happening to me because I knock before, you know? Knock and it shall be opened unto thee. Nobody's gonna give you an opportunity if you don't ask for it. Like, very rarely does something fall like, oh, you know, right in your hands, right where it's supposed to. Very rarely. You have to chase what you want. Create something that's gonna make people say, wow, or like, hey, I gained value from this. Hey, I don't think I've ever seen something like this before, you know? First, you have to believe in yourself in order for others to believe in you. And even if you're just starting out, and maybe you're in high school and like you can get a head start, because like, I'm almost 30 years old. And I'm so glad that like, I made the decision to finally be an artist, because I've been back and forth with trying to do music full time, and I was about to like, I even applied to my master's program in my degree that I'm not even passionate about. I got into the master's program, and then I'm just thinking like, why am I doing this? Like, I do not want to do this at all. Why am I doing this? The only reason is fear, because at the end of the day, that's the main thing holding us back. Fear. How am I gonna pay my bills? Am I ever gonna be able to do this, you know, enough to be able to take care of myself and my family? Like, how am I gonna be able to do this? And fear is the thing that's always gonna keep us back. But you're never gonna have the answers to these questions. You know, like, still, I'm like, okay, you know, but now it's up to me. Now it's up to me. Like, there's no excuse. And that's one of the things that I've realized about making this decision of being a full-time artist, is that you can't blame anybody else. You have no excuses now. Like, if you had excuses before, like, oh no, I can't do this because, you know, I gave up on it a few years ago, or now I have this other job that I'm attending to, like, no, there's no excuse now. You're 100% in. If you don't make it, it's on you because you didn't put the time in. You know what I'm saying? So like, once you make that decision that like, okay, I'm gonna pursue this art dream no matter what. Like, it doesn't mean it's gonna happen right away. I'm not saying quit your job and go straight into it. What I'm saying is make your mind up that like, okay, I'm an artist. What am I gonna do to get to where I want to be in my career? And my career that's in my head that doesn't even exist yet. You know what I'm saying? Like, how can I use this job that I have as a cushion to like pay my bills and do all these other things that everybody has to do, and then on the side work on my goal to be an artist for like the rest of my life. A lot of times we feel like, okay, if this isn't happening now, then it's never gonna happen. But it doesn't have to be that way. Like, life is an ever-going journey, you know, like surprising things happen. And that's why it's so scary to like take the decision, because you don't know what's gonna happen. But let me tell you, once you finally decide that this is what you wanna do, water heater. Once you finally decide and make the decision that like, okay, I'm gonna pursue my art for a living. This is what I want to do. It's on you. Like, you need to make the moves to make it happen. Don't think like it's just gonna fall in your lap. It's gonna take work. Not everybody can do it. This isn't something that everybody can do. And it doesn't even come down to skill. It comes down to like persistence. So in that sense, it's easier. It's easier to be an artist because you already know. A lot of people don't know what they want to do with their life. So just think about that for a second, because we think like, oh, I'm an artist, it's so painful, I can't do my art for a living, right? Because we all go through that. Like, it hurts to not be able to do what you love for a living. People don't understand that. But I bet the reason that they don't understand is because they don't have something like that. They don't have something in their heart with such a passion. So like, you already have that. Be thankful for that and do whatever you have to do to get to that next level, to create your dream job. You don't even know what it is. Like, you know, it's coming to you, but you really have to want it, and you have to figure out what it is you want. You know, like, that's the hardest part for most people. Again, we already know that. We already know what we want. We want to be artists. We want to pay the bills with art. It's endless nights and days of working non-stop, but it's gonna be worth it because you're gonna be doing what you want to do and creating. That's it, guys. Take care, and I'll catch you in the next one. This video was brought to you by DistroKid, the easiest and fastest way to get your music into all the major platforms. For one low annual price, DistroKid distributes your music and singles into places like Spotify, iTunes, YouTube Music, and many other streaming platforms. This is a must-have for anyone releasing music and trying to get their name out there. If you're thinking of signing up, use the code below and save 7%.